common saying that the kitchen is meant for the woman, right? My husband.
Yeah, sure.
They believe there is even this acronym weekend that women's education ends in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You've heard that before?
I've heard that before.
Why should that be? Why do you have to say, yeah, a woman's education ends in the kitchen? Is that why the parents invested in her? Is that why she put all her effort to be who she is, just to end up in the kitchen? Yes, the woman is supposed to know how to cook. We are not disputing that, but why should people believe that actually the kitchen is meant for the woman alone? Welcome to the 360-degree Woman podcast. Today with me, as usual, is my wonderful, the most handsome man in the world.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, my wife.
With me, Engineer Olusegun Akini, and we are going to be discussing what I believe he can handle, because it's what he is practicing, and he can say something about that. It's not that he's pretending. And what we are going to be discussing today is about my husband, my cookmate. Can you imagine that? My husband, my cookmate. All right? My husband, you're welcome again.
Thank you.
From the introduction and from the topic that we're going to be discussing today, my husband, my cookmate, how true is that?
Okay, I think it's something that started years ago during courtship. Cooking has actually never been my hobby, but it's just a demonstration of how close my wife are, that when we started courting, every time she's on her feet in the kitchen, trust me, I'll be by her side. So we do all the talking, we do all the cooking together. And so it's become a part of both of us that whenever she's in the kitchen, you can expect to see me there. And it's not like I'm just there watching her doing the cooking all by herself.
Yes.
I get involved.
Yeah.
That's the way we have brought ourselves up from the time we started courting. And it's become so much a part of us now that people are no longer surprised. Even our parents, then they knew that, if my wife is there in the kitchen, I won't be far away. And so it's just the way of life for me that we have a common interest now. Like I said before, cooking was never my hobby, but then because it's something my wife does, I have to develop interest in it. And it's something that binds us together one way. And if you look at it very closely, you realize that we always have things to cook together in common. It doesn't just start from the cooking, right from the planning. When we go to the market to buy ingredients and all that, we drive together. We drive out together to the kitchen. We make the list together.
Yes.
We do all things together.
Even when we didn't have a car.
Exactly.
In just
I know
that we have to go by public transport.
In the days of small beginning, when we never had a car, we will go out together, take taxi together, go out, make our list together, buy the items together, come home together, wash the items together, put them in the pot, and we cook together.
And we eat together.
Exactly.
It's
much fun, really. And a lot of people are missing out.
They're missing out. A lot of men. Men, especially my husband, men are missing out from this. You rightly said that it wasn't your hobby, but you have to, so that you could make your home beautiful.
Exactly.
You could make your wife happy. A happy wife is a happy home.
Exactly.
The common saying.
Exactly.
It's not something that you were born with.
No, never.
It wasn't that maybe while you were growing up you were being made, because you had a lot of sisters.
There were lots of sisters.
A lot of people
wouldn't even let me do anything in the kitchen.
Exactly, because of the work that your mom was doing, cloth weaving, right? She had so many apprentices or something like that working with her, and you see the way you were being brought. Exactly, but still you were so conscious of doing this, so that you will be close to your wife, you will be close to me, and that brings bonding, and that is exactly what we are doing, what we are trying to say, because where both of us are together, doing things together, is that we'll be talking about our future, about our children, about this. it's fun and it is rewarding.
Exactly.
Now that we are just two here and the children are over there in Calgary, we are just two here. So look at it.
Yeah. It pays off. No, it's actually paying off right now, because if I was never used to staying with my wife in the kitchen, maybe now I'll come home, maybe I'll come back from work, I cross my legs, and then she brings the food I eat, and we say we don't have enough family time. The family time is there. You have to create it.
Exactly.
Start from the kitchen. That's where it all starts from. You know, the moment I come back, I mean, I've taken my bath. The next place is, I know she's busy in the kitchen trying to cook something or trying to make something. I go straight there
to the kitchen,
and we start our talk. You know, I just, you know, how was our day in the office. You know, while we are doing these things together, we discuss about home, about office, about other places and all that.
Exactly.
And so it makes it more fun for us.
That is communication.
Exactly. We're
communicating everything possible.
Yeah.
Everything. And I think maybe sometimes do I put it as fear? Or I don't know how the right word to use now. Maybe some men were like, if they do this with their wives, they may be taken for granted.
I see what you're
and that happens sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, what some people are afraid of is when my friends see me in the kitchen with my wife.
What would they say?
I mean, what will they say about me? What will other people say about me? You have to be yourself, man. You don't have to be another person. I mean, I'm just being honest to myself, and I'm just being myself by doing what I'm doing with my wife in the kitchen. I mean, I can't stand it, you know, just sitting there, maybe pressing the remote control and watching program while she's doing all the work in the kitchen. I mean, it's in this part of the world where a woman has no opening hours or closing hours. She works literally 24 hours of the day. The man goes to the office, he works from 7 a.m. maybe to 4 p.m. or whatever, and he closes, and that's all he does for the day. You see, we are taking women for granted in these areas. They are the ones who will run after the children, who will take them to school, bring them back from school.
Please tell them.
Go into the kitchen and do all the cooking, and then you come back and your face is like stone frozen because the food is a bit late. You know, this is not the way to treat people. It's not just right. It's not my way, honestly. And I take pleasure. It's a thing of joy to me that we do things together and we enjoy it together and we talk about it together, and so it keeps us well bonded all the time. This is one of the things that actually keeps us going.
Exactly.
I mean, if we don't talk, maybe she's watching a program and I'm doing something else. In the kitchen, definitely we'll talk. Yeah. I mean, so it's a good thing.
It's a good thing. And after eating, sometimes we just go for a walk.
We
continue our talk. The family time is still there.
Exactly.
So just like what I said, my husband, that a lot of men, you said so too, that they may be thinking, what will my friends say about me? Especially what will my people, my family say? And some mothers are not helping.
Yeah, some mothers
when they go visiting, when they go to their son's house and they see the son worshiping, they are like, you are the one washing plates. What?
She has drugged you, or she has enchanted you,
or they see you ironing your wife's clothes, or washing your children's clothes. You are like, what is she doing? So they are not really helping.
Yeah, I think the cultural thing is not helping in this area.
It's not helping.
But we have to, at some point, break this. You know, we cannot continue in the ways of our grandfathers or forefathers, and things are changing.
Exactly.
I mean, you have to understand that now you are working, your wife is working. For example,
I wanted to say that now.
If both of you are working, then what right have you got now to say that when we come back from the same 7 to maybe 9 to 5 job in the office, that you should continue working while I'm entitled to rest for the day and for the night? You know, there is injustice there. It doesn't look fair enough to me that men will treat their wives like that. You know, I mean, when you compare women and men, the women are believed to be the weaker sex, you know, the weaker gender.
Mm.
And so men have that capacity to even do more. But unfortunately, they are the ones who don't want to do anything. We are the ones who want to just cross our legs and watch all the football matches that is in the world.
And talk politics.
And talk politics or
and
read
when you are
newspapers.
talking your politics,
Exactly.
you want to be served with snacks.
Exactly.
You want your tea, you want your coffee.
Yeah, bring me coffee.
You want everything. And this woman is running here and there.
Yeah.
And if she mistakenly bring it late or not doing it properly, it's a problem.
Yeah,
so I think the and also some men are like you. Okay, helping the wife, but most of us too women, we take them for granted. It's like you normally help me come to the kitchen and then so supposing a day comes and you decide maybe there is something you need to do, maybe to finish up something from office, and you just sit down there. Some women will go and say, yeah, what are you doing? Won't you come to the kitchen?
I get your
and so some women are like that, but we shouldn't take our husbands who we can call my husband my cookmate. We shouldn't take them for granted. A lot of women are abusing such.
No, that's fine. It works both ways. You know, women sometimes go to extremes. Some women would abuse such opportunities. And at the same time, men, a lot of times, you know, it's like an abuse which no one challenges. And they continue that way and feel, well, it's my right to go to work, come back. You may know, I mean, it's just fun for me, and I see it as fun for anyone too. If you will just pay attention to such little details about your wife. We make lists together, we go out shopping together, we wash the place together, and
we bake together.
We bake together.
You rolled the meat pie
now as
today.
We are speaking. Right now,
my husband is baking meat pie right now.
At this very moment.
And so, what time is it? 12 midnight in this nation.
Exactly.
My husband is still having what is it? Meat pie in the oven.
In the oven. We started it together. She, did all the ingredients, and then I came in, supported. I did the mixing and all that. And it's fun. It's fun. You know, what more fun can you be asking for? It's not when you go out to maybe a leisure park somewhere, or you go out travel to somewhere before you can right there in your own house. You can have fun. You can enjoy yourself to the fullest. Do all the things. Couples do together. Do all the things. You can think of in the world. Right there in your own home. Exactly. It's just for you to create the opportunity. There are things you can do. A lot of things. So we have been enjoying this, and I particularly enjoy it. And it's something to look forward to in the workplace every day. I know when I get home, I'm totally, I forget about all the troubles, all the worries in the workplace. There is something exciting for me to do at home with my wife. No, so home for me is the place where the heart is always, always is, because I know when I come home, it's a different environment. You know, whatever the burdens might be in the office, let that remain in the office. You come home, you cheer up, you have someone to cheer you up, you have someone to share with, you know, your issues or whatever challenges there are. And you have other things to look forward to, like this cooking together. That's why we're talking about my cookmate now.
Yes, my cookmate.
Of course.
Yeah, I remember when we were in Nigeria. My senior brother came to visit us, and he saw you doing what is a way do in English? I don't know the botanical name. Green leaf, something that we normally eat. It's like vegetable or so. Green vegetable. And my husband was helping me to do that while I was doing some other. And my senior brother was like, what's going on? Then there was a day he came and he finished eating. And he left his plate on the table for me to pack. I said, Daddy, his name is Daddy, the son's name is Daddy. I said, can you please take your plate to the kitchen?
No, he was not used to
doing that. He was not used to doing that. And he was saying, he just told me, joking, he said, I'm not like Shegun, referring to my husband.
Yeah.
That Shegun is one of the best guys
No.
that has ever seen.
No.
That I saw him helping you in the kitchen. I said, so you can help your wife in the
Yeah.
kitchen.
Yeah.
I said, do that. It's fun.
It's fun.
And one thing that I've learned, I've learned this with the several years that we've been together, is that there had never come a day that I will now go and call my husband that my husband come and help me to wash the plate. What for? I'd rather get busy inside the kitchen, and naturally he will come.
No, you
I
don't have to tell me. I know when you put water on fire or something comes next after that.
Yeah.
So okay, let me get it for you.
Exactly.
So
it just follows like that.
The mind working together. You have two like minds working together, and so everything is just like easy. It's not a burden for me to get involved because it's something I enjoy doing, and I know she understands as well. If I'm tired, that's a different case. She understands as well, and so it helps. One thing it does is it helps the men to appreciate their women. A lot of us men don't appreciate their women. The woman is there toiling day and night, from morning to evening, and you just think it's that easy to bake, to do this, to do that.
It is not.
Until you get involved, you will respect her more.
Yeah. You said something tonight.
Yes.
I think maybe your back was aching. I was saying, so this is how you normally feel.
Yeah, I mean, I was commending you that, okay, I understand how it feels if you have to stand for this long doing all these things, because it's weekend here. Okay, we spent much of the time in the kitchen together, doing this together. And so I was just saying my back is aching already, but I mean, you do it all the time and you don't complain. Yeah, so it helps you as a man to understand what your wife is going through. And so, I mean, if you understand this, then you know the limit of what you pile on her.
That's
because
right.
On top of all this, some men will still bring some burden to pile on the woman. You need to understand.
That is not right.
It helps, It
helps
to make your marriage, better.
Exactly.
If you would just spare the time, it's something you can do. It's not a burden. It's not anything. It's part of normal life.
Exactly.
I mean, what if you are living alone somewhere? Assuming you are transferred in your workplace to another city.
Yes.
And they gave you an apartment, not a hotel.
Not a hotel.
Where you can be buying food or eating from their restaurant. They gave you an apartment that has cooking utensils and all that. What would you do with all that?
That was...
You still leave that place and go and be spending so much money in the hotel?
That was the concern of some people. I knew, honestly, they were just concerned... how do I sincere concern when you came to this place. And they were like, who will be cooking for daddy? I'm like, which daddy is that? How is he going to be eating? Daddy is that? Is it the same man that I've been married to for over 20, almost 30 years then, 27 years? Daddy, are you telling me who's going to be baking his food?
No,
I know my husband.
That would be the least of my worries.
Exactly. I can never lack anything to eat because it's part of him.
It's been part of me.
We've built ourselves up.
Exactly.
We know what to do concerning food. We know what to do. That is just him. He's just like that.
Yeah, I feel very much at home doing it myself, and I don't have to wait for anybody to come and do it for me before I eat. I mean, why? I mean, it's just part of life for me. You see, my wife sometimes goes on YouTube just to learn how to prepare some menu and all that. I mean, I participate in that as well because I know I'm learning, and whatever she's learning on YouTube is not for herself alone. It's for both of us together, and for the family as well. So this is one of those fun things that you do together that helps you to bond. Now we've learned another way of doing meat pie.
Not the traditional way. We've learned something too. And I saw it on the YouTube.
She told me about
and I told you. And we did that tonight.
Exactly.
You see?
So we see how it comes out. And if it comes out nicely, okay, now we've learned a new thing. And we grow from there together. So it's fun. So, guys, I think we need to pay attention to these things and just get involved. Get involved. Don't just be like the man who is there physically, but who is not involved in anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I did talk about such a man in one of the podcasts we did, where some fathers are there in the house. They are not involved in the lives of their children. They are just there as physical male figures. No, we should go beyond that. Life has a lot more fun than that for us, and you just need to make happen those opportunities where you can have more fun, more time. I mean, we are complaining there is little family time because we have not really created it. It's there. It's just for you to, I mean, find that opportunity, create it, and you enjoy yourself. Your wife enjoys herself. The burden is lessened.
Yes.
It's not piled up on one person.
Yes.
While the other person is just gallivanting all over the place.
Yeah.
No, these are things we need to pay attention to as men, and it's going to help us a lot. So.
Today we just made it to be like a fun-filled podcast, laughing, joking.
Yeah.
But from that, I believe you've gotten something out of this. Men, just like my husband said, men, be there for your wife.
Exactly.
Not for your children alone. Be there for your wife, and not just giving her money to go to the market. If it's possible, go together. Make the list together.
Exactly.
Do the purchase together.
Right.
And come back home. Help in cleaning the tomatoes.
Yeah.
Help in cutting the fish. Help in while you are doing that, you are talking. You are getting. to know more and more. You are discussing important things.
Exactly.
And you are touching each other.
And life gets more, becomes more meaningful.
See, you need to touch each other. It's not just on the bed. Okay, anywhere to touch each other, because while you are in the kitchen, you are saying, honey, sweetheart, can I get that? Can you this? You are moving here and there, and your body is touching and things like that. Something is going. The love is getting better and better.
Exactly.
And women, if we have such men who we can call my cookmates, please don't take them for granted. It's not only in the kitchen. My husband does laundry too.
Sure.
He does that.
I mean, we put our laundry together. It's not like you do yours, I do mine. No, we all do. We do for everybody.
Yeah, and when we are going to church, sometimes maybe I'm still in the bathroom having my bath. He's there ironing my clothes.
Yeah.
He's there doing other things. That doesn't mean I should take him for granted.
That doesn't reduce me. It does not reduce me as a man. I'm still a man. I'm still the head of my family by God's grace, and things like that.
Exactly.
We think it brings us down. It does not.
No, it doesn't.
It adds to you.
Yes.
It shows you value your wife. It shows you value
and
your
it
marriage.
makes your wife to respect you the more. And when your children are watching, they are watching the moral model that they would love to become.
Exactly.
Because if you as a father, if you refuse to show them that kind of love to their mom, I don't know how they are going to do it for their own wife.
They probably won't do it because they haven't learned it from you.
They are not
Except they pick it up from somewhere.
Exactly.
Outside your house.
Outside your house. So please try your best. It wasn't my husband's hobby. It wasn't something that he loved doing before. But he made sure he trained himself.
Exactly.
He made sure he worked on himself to enjoy it. And now he's enjoying. He's reaping the fruit. He's reaping the fruit of his labor. Eating the different dishes. I go to the YouTube and I learn new things.
Okay,
the
fine.
research, and we do
she
it
shares
together.
With me, I will say, let's try.
And we do that.
Exactly.
Maybe we are going to open a canteen. It will be named My Husband, My Cookmate.
Exactly. That will be fun. Honestly.
It will be fun, exactly.
It will be great.
And
fun.
if you are the woman whose husband does not like anything close to that at all, that does not mean the man does not love you.
Yeah, sure.
He loves you, and I want to believe that he's showing his love to you in another way. Don't say I heard from the podcast that the husband must cook,
so
must do this,
and
you must cook. Today you have to cook.
You have to cook.
No,
No,
and no.
No, please.
Even if you want him just try to encourage him.
Exactly.
Even man, if you can't go, you can't do anything, just have a seat, sit down with your wife in the kitchen and be telling her story.
Tell her stories,
be telling her something,
and,
sing or something, just discuss something.
Exactly.
You don't have to touch anything, just sit by her side.
Right.
That one
it
alone,
from there.
it's okay for some women. It's very, very okay.
Exactly.
So we don't think that women, we are going to take you for granted. No, please help us to help you. Help us, the wives, so that we can help you in the form of taking care of you, taking care of the children, taking care of the house. But if you overwork us, we may not be that useful later. You know what I mean? So help us so that everybody will be better. So in this podcast, my husband, what is your advice for the men?
My advice to men generally is that they should get more involved with their wives in household chores. Don't think it's a right for you to sit down while they do everything. You see, they will love you for it if you get involved in what they do at home. And then you will get to appreciate them more and better for the things they are doing. You know, it helps you to understand that these things are not easy. They are on their feet, you know, from morning maybe till afternoon sometimes, or maybe from afternoon till late in the night, trying to prepare food for the family. If you get involved, you can tell how much effort they are putting in. You can appreciate them better when they tell you the next morning that they are feeling tired or something. But if you had never been involved in it, you just wonder and be asking questions that, well, what have you done? What's making you tired? But so in a way, you value them, and then they will also value you in return, for at least appreciating them for the efforts they are putting into the family. So my general advice is, let's get involved. Try to develop some interest in what they are doing at home. You have a lot you can learn from them. They will have a lot of things they can teach you. I mean, basic things that most men don't know how to do. You will find yourself shining like a star amongst other men when you go outside, because you have done it together with your wife at home, and you know how to do it. What most men cannot do, you probably can do it better than anyone. So it's for our own benefit, it's to our own advantage, and it helps us also in our relationship with our wives. By helping them and getting involved in what they do at home.
Thank you so much, my husband. So in conclusion, from my end, mothers especially, let's try to train our male children from home, from tender age, how to help us in the kitchen. Don't allow them to sit down and be playing computer games or out there playing football or whatever. Why the female children? I said in preparing your son for marriage, the podcast. Don't allow them to be strangers to the kitchen. Because some men are strangers to the kitchen. So don't allow them to be. Make them to be part of the kitchen. Make them to be part of the house. Train them. I said in that podcast, in case the wife is not feeling too well, and what will you do? Will the wife be starving? Will your children go without food? You need to do something. Learn to be part of the kitchen. Learn to be part of your wife's life. Do something in the house. Help in the laundry. Help with the laundry, Help with taking care of the house. Mopping the floor. Anything you think. Just do it. Do it to make your wife happy.
Anyway,
It's your home, exactly. Make bed. Do everything. It's part of it. But we are together to make a team. We are together to win. Together. And that is just it. And women, please don't take your men for granted. They don't like it. The moment you show it that you are taking them for granted, even if that man loves to do it, the man will stop. So don't say, Kole, Shagu, come and cut the okra, come and cut the pepper, come and do this. No, don't do that, please. And I believe that the God of heaven will make us each other's best friend in the name of Jesus. Our home shall be peaceful in the name of Jesus. If you are looking for a man to marry and you listen to this podcast, the God will give you the best of the best. The husband that will be with you even in the kitchen in the name of Jesus, who you can boldly say, this is my husband and my cookmate. God bless you. Have a glorious day. Amen.